Sneha and welcome to new video. Today I'll be talking about 5 books on writing. February was disaster guys when it came to reading. I was not able to finish a single book in February because I was doing some content writing and article writing which needed a lot of research. That's when it occurred to me that I should do a video on books on writing. Obviously writing is not a thing which can be taught, it has to be explored from within. But from these books where writers are sharing their experiences with their writing, you can take tips and enhance your writing skills. So without further ado, let's get into this video. The first book which I am recommending and I am reading currently is Bird by Annie Lamott. Here author is sharing her experience with writing classes which she used to take, where students were very eager about getting published rather than doing the main thing, which is writing. Here author says if you feel like you don't know where to start, she says that you have to start from writing about your childhood memory, discovering that unconscious mind. I have tried writing about my childhood memory. Trust me, you'll be surprised. Even I was surprised at how many things I remembered from my childhood which I never knew it existed in my brain. And she talks about getting done with this first shitty drafts too. When we sit down to write, it is always like that we need that one phrase which should kickstart our writing. There is nothing like that perfect line or perfect draft. You have to just pour your thoughts onto the paper or the laptop first without getting concerned about the grammar or the language. You have to just get done with those first shitty drafts, and later on you can refine those first shitty drafts into second drafts and final drafts. The next book which I am recommending is The War of Art, Breaking the Blocks and Win Your Inner Creative Battle by Steven Pressfield. I had read this book long time ago. I guess it was like 3 to 4 years back, but I should read again, I guess. Here author is not talking only about the writers, but everybody who choose the creative path, like be it athlete, musician, artist, even entrepreneur. What they do is they are disciplined about their job. They do it consistently. Like for example, athlete doesn't run a 100-meter race in few seconds overnight. He has practiced it day by day, year by year, and polished his skill. So likewise, you need to be disciplined about writing, and you have to do it as a 9 to 5 job, not just as a hobby. Author says that we resist our creativity with excuses like writer's block, depression, because we are not ready to sit down and write there. He says writing is not hard. Sitting down to write is the hardest part. The next book which I am recommending is actually that book got me into YouTube, and it was the first book which I reviewed on my YouTube channel, and that is the first video I uploaded on the YouTube channel, which is Big Magic, Creative Living Beyond Fear by Elizabeth Gilbert. I will link the Big Magic review in the description below. You know, we have that famous dialogue that if you want something, the whole universe conspires you to achieve that. So this book came to me when I needed it actually. When I was at lowest point of my life and I was always self-loathing, self-pitying and saying that I'm not enough. In this book, Elizabeth Gilbert says that everybody has that creative side themselves. There are the hidden jewels in you which you'll have to discover yourself. You are special in all the way, and you just have to explore yourself. And you have to encourage yourself and define yourself as a creative person. Like for example, if I say I want to write, I have to say it out loud that I want to write. I want to be a writer. I have to defend myself as a writer. Obviously, compared to last book, here Elizabeth Gilbert says that you don't have to quit your job to live a creative life. But says when you are on a creative path, everything around you starts working towards your dream. You will feel at every step that this was meant to you and you were meant to this. So the next book which I am recommending is Zen and Art of Writing by Ray Bradbury. I have spoken about this book in my January wrap video. I will leave the link in the description below. In this book, obviously Ray Bradbury is talking about his 50 years of experience in writing. He's been writing for long, and Writing was the source of income for him, so he had no other options or jobs to do. In this book, there are his essays, prose, and poems also. But one tip which actually worked for me and might work for everyone also is that he says listing out the nouns and verbs. For example, you can see something like bus stop. You can list those verbs or nouns and elaborate into the short story or even a book. Last but not the least, the book which I want to read is On Writing by Stephen King. Stephen King is king of horror fiction. He has written many others also, but he is well known for his horror fiction. I have not read his one book also, but I have seen a movie, It was really scary and horrifying. See, writing a memoir or writing non-fiction, I can understand at some point. But when it comes to fiction, I am really confused. I have a lot to learn from Stephen King because he writes horror fiction. I don't know how he is able to imagine a clown or a ghost and scare the audience through his writing. I will read the blurbs for you guys. The road to hell is paved with adverbs. You can, you should. If you are brave enough to start, you will. Description begins in writer's imagination but should finish in the reader's. This is interesting and I am really looking forward to read this book. That's all for today guys. Hope you enjoyed this video, and if you have any recommendations on writing, let me know in the comment section below. Until my next video, stay happy, stay healthy. Hakuna Matata.